So hi there, my name's Kate, and the guy riding with me is the husband Nigel. And we ride cube reaction hardtail e-bikes. Wonderful fun, but we're seniors. We don't ride the technical high-level routes, but we do like to ride off-road routes as much as possible. And this is one I sussed out the other day. I walked the Bridleway just to make sure it was suitable for what we needed to do. Today's ride starts off from the side of the A6 just south of Shap Summit. Parked up at the side of the road, and we're heading off down towards our first off-road section on the right-hand side just after this Kendal caravan sales site. We're going to turn right here, and this is an old coach road that takes us nicely off road. So it says it's the old Shap Road, Thorn Cottage, 7/8 of a mile, and that's where we're heading. So up off the A6 through towards our first gateway. This is a little bit of a roughy section, but not bad at all. You can certainly tell where the trail goes. As I say, it's the old coach road. A little bit damp in places, but we're on bikes. Fabulous. This section is a little bit rougher. But nothing that's not passable with these bikes. They are amazing. So leaving that rough track behind, we're onto a nice grass section. And we ride these hardtail e-bikes, and they've got the Bosch Performance CX motors in them. Lovely and powerful, which is just what you need when you live in Cumbria. We've got a lot of hills. So through this gateway, we'll bear to the left, down through the field, and onto a country lane. We're just going down the field itself, following the track down to that gate in the bottom where the sheep are. Thank you, my dear. And then out and turn to the right onto this little, very, very quiet country lane. And then we come about 150 yards or so on the little lane, and we're going to go to the right. Straight ahead is the A6, Kendal to Penrith Road. We're scooting off up here, continuing on the old Shap Road, heading for Plough Farm. Just a few yards along there to the next gateway, which the husband has kindly opened. Oh, nettles. No. Oh, missed them. Yes. Result. And then we cross this country lane going uphill. Gears down, I think, Nigel. Nice, easy, grassy surface. Steady uphill pull, a distinct trail to follow, heading for our next gateway. And the views just start to open out and get quite spectacular. It's not the clearest of days, but we'll just take a stop here and have a little look around. And there's the husband vanishing into the distance with his bright yellow t-shirt on, which I said to him, I said, most of this route's going to be off-road, Nige. He could have had something else on, but he likes to be seen. And then just starting to drop downhill. And this is a perfect downhill section. To the gateway. And we're out and we turn left, Nige. And at this point we've done 2.1 miles, all off-road on the old coach road. So this is a very country lane. We're on it for a few hundred yards and then we take a left turn on another bridleway. This is the turning on the left, another bridleway which sets off as a reasonably decent hardcore surface, but once we get through the gate ahead, we're across the field, upwards towards, as you can see where the cars are, the A6, and we cross straight across that. And this is it. Out across this road, and as you can see from the sign across the way, we're heading for Sellside. We're just heading off along this country lane towards Sellside. We're not on it for very long. Passing a church on the left, we're probably in about 50 yards, going to turn right. So coming along the country lane, you'll see ahead of you caravan park, and then on the left hand side here we have a bridleway that takes us across to Sellside School. There's also a bridleway on the right, continuation of this one, but for today we're taking this public byway to the left across some fields. And coming through that gateway there, just follow the track round to the right hand side. A nice grassy path at this stage. This is the end of August, the August bank holiday weekend. And as always, we stay away from the Lake District at this point. This is a beautiful ride. You don't see anybody else. Just what we like. Us, the fells and the sheep. So that's the school ahead of us. That's where we're heading. So we actually cycle past the school and out onto the lane. So just after the school, there's a lane down to the right hand side. Not the one that's marked footpath, it's the actual tarmac road just beyond that. And that's where we're heading. I believe this is a dead end, road-wise, but there's a bridleway at the end that we're going to take. And as you come to the end of the tarmac section, there's a bridleway sign, and we're going to go to the right before the farmyard. Marked up as a public byway. Nice hardcore gravel route. At this point, going gently uphill. Power on. Just quickly put the camera on. The views are fabulous. And you probably can see in the distance to the right on the hill is the repeater stations, which is our aim for today. Up to the repeater stations, down a bridleway into the Borrowdale Valley, which is all off-road, and back to the car on the A6. And this is going to bring us out onto a little country lane, and we're going to turn to the left going downhill. So just along the road we've got a sign, public bridleway, which is the route I plan to take to the right, but I believe there may not be a bridge crossing on the ford across the river, so we're going to go and have a little look and see how we go, because failing that, we're not swimming, we're not walking across the river, we're going to come back and go by the road. So here we go, through a field of sheep. Something quite common there. So, as I suspected, when we took that bridleway down to the river, there is no bridge, and it's a fairly deep crossing, just too deep to take e-bikes across. So, about turn, and we continue along the road. The bridleway would have just been a shortcut, but that's not a problem. So, we're going to turn right at this T-junction, and we'll carry on until we get to the point where the bridleway across the river joins this road. So we're just going to rejoin the route. This is the bridleway on the right that would have brought us up, and we turn to the left, continuing on down the tarmac road. So we have a left turn just before the white building, heading off up to the masts on a public bridleway, but it should be pretty much tarmac up to the masts. So at this point we've come 8.6 miles. We're on our way. Nice climb. I'll be in turbo before very long, I think. That's where we're heading. It's getting nearer. Not too bad a climb, actually. Probably can hear I'm puffing a bit, but not too bad. So we're heading on from the mast. We then very quickly veer off left. It did say it was wet.
I think it's through there here.
It is, but I'm just going to see if I can get across at this point. Yeah. I think it'll be better than that muddy trail. Yep. I know they said it was muddy, but that's not too bad. See how bad the rest is. And another patch ahead of us. Glory be. I got wet. Careful, does it? Woohoo! Oh, there's the, oh, wow.
So
There's the Borrowdale Valley. There's the farm that we go through, Nigel. Spectacular, isn't it? Now I can see the sheep thinking, are we going to have to move? Yes, you do. Oh, darling, you've gone the wrong way. Your friends have gone to the left. Carrying on downhill. Not too bad. Yes, I can see that in wetter weather, out of season, this would be pretty impossible because it would be pretty wet. Seems a sensible corner to cut there, Nigel. Oops. I got shiny britches on and I keep sliding off the seat. I think I need some Velcro. Should be nearly at the bottom, surely. think that's us down.
Yeah. Did all that on video?
No.
Eh?
Don't do it again.
Oh, we have.
Right, so down onto the main track and turn left. Yay, happy days. That was good. So we're now back onto the main track through the Borrowdale Valley. A nice hardcore route. Done this the other way before. Know where we're going, so it's fabulous. And this is a lovely little route through the Borrowdale Valley. It links up the A6, the Kendal to Penrith Road, with the TB services side. No actual road through it, it's just purely this off-road track. There is a section going across grass, crosses the river in a couple of places, but brilliant for us cyclists. This is just going downhill, but it's about the only bit that's not level on this route. And for the rest sort of follows the river in the valley bottom. Oh nice, the gates open this time round. I like it when the gates are open. I think there's only one farm that functions in the bottom of this valley. There's another one, but it's a derelict property now. And here we have the river going through the bottom. Glorious. And looking back over my shoulder, and the mast on the right on the top of the hill is where we've come from. It's beautiful down here and so little known. It's the lesser known of the Borrowdale valleys. But for us, far superior because there's nobody about. How many miles now, Nigel?
12.7, about 13 out there.
By the time we get to the farm just round the corner. Miles of almost no traffic. Yes, a little section on the road, but it was such a quiet country lane. If you don't know the road is there, I don't think you would use it. Oh, the first gate's open, that's good. Fabulous place to live. Here we go. Oh, that's nice. Some walkers are holding the gate open for us. Oh, this is perfect. This is a nice grassy section that takes us back onto a hardcore trail shortly. We've just got this funny little bit just here. Yeah. There's no way we can ride this.
You park yours up here?
Yeah. Shall I come across?
Yeah.
I'm going to. I just was going to come get the bike off you. And here we go. We join the hard trail again. Onwards. go wrong with this section of the road.
Yeah.
Just stick to the trail. As I say, it's level, good surface for cycling over. Now, I've put these routes together because when we got these bikes getting on for 2 years ago, we didn't know where to cycle. Although we're from Cumbria, there was no easy routes that are off-road. They're all high technical, high level proper mountain bike routes. And we just wanted the off-road trails that were safe, rideable, that seniors like ourselves could do without risk of a mishap. So I've got quite a few rides now put together. I walk many of the bridleways first just to make sure they're rideable for us. I thought I'd record them, pop them up on YouTube, and if they're of use to anybody, either from the area or from out of the area, the tourists, there you go. You can hire e-bikes from various centres in the Lake District now. So it's always an option if you haven't got your own. Hire and have some fun. Just going to take my bike through here and clean the tyres off a bit. Oh, I've got wet. Perhaps not the best of my ideas. I don't quite remember this route being quite so rocky. It must have been. I just haven't remembered. Still perfectly rideable though, especially with these bikes. Alright, nearly at the far end. The A6. The road, or the route to the right, goes across stepping stones and up onto the fell to a very steep bridleway. We're going to go up to the left. And when I say up, it is up. So I'm going to just pop the gears down and get ready to climb. Just a nice steady cadence up to the gate. So coming out of there, we travel along the A6 a short distance, and we're going to take the left-hand bridleway just here. So probably about 50 yards. Through those gates, just dropping down this hardcore route, parallel almost to the A6 itself. This is a bit more interesting. Whoa! Take a right turn soon onto this road. off that rather interesting rough track, and we turn to the right onto a tarmac road, heading towards the hill over there, which is very close to where we've parked up. And the final little section and there we are, turn to the right and our car is parked up on the right hand side here. And at this stage it's time for me to say cheerio. Absolutely brilliant little ride that. Okay, can't be done in wet weather because it is a bit boggy up at the top, but on a day like today in summer with a little bit of fine weather for the last week, absolutely doable. A nice mixture of terrain makes it really interesting, and the views spectacular. I'm no great cyclist, I don't have any great cycling skills, and I managed to do it quite easily, but especially up on the tops from the masts, it gets a little bit rocky on the descent into the Borrowdale Valley. So it may be that if you're not very confident, that's not the route you want to be taking. And if you have a problem on a section, you just walk it. The views are absolutely fantastic and it really is well worth the ride.